Welcome, 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 viewers. This is Treasures of Life Show. I had someone say the Treasures of Life Show, and my name is Jonah SIMBA. My sign language interpreter is Gideon Minor. We are bringing this to you from Science TV in Nairobi, Kenya. By the way, this show comes to you every Wednesday on Science Television at 8 p.m. Check it out. Just in case you've missed a bit of it, you can go to YouTube and tap the Treasures of Life Show. Don't forget the word show. And we shall grow together. Emotional growth is one of the key areas of development of a human being. Never neglect it. And that is why I bring to you the topic, can you guess it? Communication. But let me rephrase it. Let me not just put it as communication, because communication is very wide. So let me come to proper communication. Proper communication. That is our topic for today. The world is changing. Believe you me, the world is changing. We are living in a vague world. Nowadays, more than before, we are getting more and more vague. Things are not clear. It's a bit uncertain. Very uncertain world. Very uncertain. You really don't know which direction things are going to take. And that is why it is important for you to hold on the principle of hope, and faith. You need to have faith for tomorrow, that things will be okay. Why am I saying this? It is because when you are unstable on the inside, definitely instability will show up, not just on your face, but on your tongue. We are in an unstable world. Things are becoming very complex. Complexity is the order of the day. You have so many things to do, probably a lot of needs to meet. And there is a lot of demand on your emotions, a lot of it. You do not realize that the buck stops with your emotions. You never realize that faith is in your emotions. It is in your emotions that you display faith. The demand is so much on your soul. So much is drawing out of you. And it is important for you to re-energize. Thanks be to God, there is a God in heaven. And there is nature. This world is formed for you. And this world is meant to sustain you. Mark my words. The world is formed for a human being. And the world is supposed to uphold, to carry you as a human being into your destiny. That is the role of the world. You see, if I made a cup, and the cup did not perform its function, what good is the cup? The earth is formed to carry you. Many of us do not realize the importance of a human being. The human being is so crucial. The human being is so crucial to the ecosystem. Without the human being, the earth has no reason to be in place. That is how important you are as a human being. Oxygen is around for you as a human being. The plants are around for you as a human being. Everything is geared towards supporting you to fulfill your purpose as a human being. Why am I beginning with this background? Because creation with nature, co-creation with God is found in your language diet. You create the proper environment for you to operate. And that is why, begin by making your mind open, bringing clarity to your mind, tapping your mind, wiping away every fear in your mind. Is there any doubt in your mind about your ability to perform? You as a human being are enough. If you combine yourself with nature, if you combine yourself with God, you are a formidable force. Let this be clear within your mind. You can bring down a lion, believe you me. You can bring down an elephant, believe you me. You can create, you can develop, you can come up with ideas. And that is why it needs to begin in your mind. But let it not just stop in there. You need to communicate this. Proper communication demands that you bring out the aspect of God in you. Bring it out. It is just in you. You are the only one who knows that you have the ability. You need to start bringing it out. You are confusing nature when you bring out something different from what you are. You are formed not to confuse nature. You are formed not to confuse the environment. Come on. You are created not to confuse energy, not to confuse angels. You are formed not to confuse the spirit world. You are formed not to confuse what is meant to guide you. You need to bring it out with clarity that you are here for good. You have a beginning, you will never have an end. Did you know that? You're already here, you've arrived. So bring it clearly. Inside of you, is there any instability? Inside your mind, is there any instability? You need to be stable in your mind. Understand who you are. Who you are is not in your wealth. No, it is not in the amount of money in your bank account. No, who you are is in you. You, on the inside of you. The power on the inside of you. That is who you are. You see, I keep saying this, that the greatness of a model like Mercedes-Benz as a car is in the name. Trust you me. I may have another brand of vehicle, let me not mention, because I may be bringing down any other brand. But I'm using the Mercedes-Benz as a brand of a vehicle. You see, if another brand comes, whether that brand is new, the Mercedes-Benz as a brand may be old. But someone may be pushed to believe that the Mercedes-Benz that is old is better than this other brand that is new. Why? It is in the brand. You as a human being, you are already special the way you are. It is in your brand as a human being. Every other thing that tries to describe you, every other thing that tries to bring you down is not enough to match you. Let me bring it to you that you may not have enough resources today. You may not have enough friendships today. You may not even have a family today. You may not have anything that you think you need to describe you. Your description is on the inside of you. You are a human being. You've heard of people talking about human rights. The special essential, the uniqueness of a human being is in him. And that is why in your communication, as I'm talking about your ability to communicate, to market you, let it come out of you. Be courteous to you. Do not be so rough on you. Why do you demarket you? Speak it out. Instability comes out whenever you speak. Anger, lack of empathy. The manner in which you communicate defiles you. The manner in which you communicate makes you come out like the shining star that you are. You know, people don't realize that the more you bring out toxic communication, the more you mess up yourself as a brand. Why are you unstable in your mind about who you are? Courtesy in speech brings out a stable man or a stable woman. Be very clear in your communication that you are not unstable. You may be very unstable, fearing one or two things, but never let it out. Stop talking. If there is nothing good you can say, stop talking. Be quiet. That is how to manage strife. Deal with the protagonist. The protagonist is out there. The protagonist is waiting for your communication to use it against you. Why give energy to your enemy? Anything that fights the world, anything that fights humanity, is waiting for the negative communication. God created out of words. He spoke and it came into being. You have the nature of God. You co-create with God. When you speak, you create. That is how powerful communication is. Be courteous in communication. Courteous to you as a human being. And very clear that you are a king under a king of kings. You are a leader under leadership. You are being led and you are leading. Rogue communication means lack of followership. Rogue communication means you are not correct. Let me explain it. Correctness demands that the information you're bringing out of you is true about you. It is in the tone. It is not in what you say. It is in how you say it. Stability demands that you are in control of the storms of life. If I enter a room and I see the manner in which you're seated, I will be able to know whether you're relaxed or not. In the same manner, I will listen to your tone. Is there stress in your tone? Sometimes it is important to count five times in your mind before you speak. Count silently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then speak. Because when you bring out what you bring out, you may apologize, but it may never be forgotten. You may apologize and you may be forgiven, but it may never be forgotten. That is how key communication is. Do not communicate to strangers. Learn that humanity always cries for respect. Communicate with respect. Communicate with courtesy. Be courteous whenever you are communicating to people, whenever you are communicating to a crowd, whenever you are communicating to yourself. It is important for you to respect the audience. that will make your communication be accepted. Proper communication demands courtesy. Proper communication demands that despite the pressures of life, the challenges of life, the tone, the posture, the psychology communicates respect. By the way, that is in the art of influence. That is how to influence. You influence destinies. You influence people. You influence your own, the nature that is formed to support you. You influence it. Many times you even influence God because you bring God to your support. Proper communication, co-creation with God, throwing words in the air and letting it form for your advantage. I'm talking about proper communication. See you after the break.